What is going on, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Art. Today, we are going to be looking at the top 5 places that I like to buy comic books from. Now, this is going to be a different list for pretty much anybody you ask, so I'm hoping that this list will be very helpful in numerous different ways, including that it's applicable to you, the person watching this video, because shops are local to certain areas and there's different resources available to different people. So hopefully there's a pretty comprehensive list included in this video that you should check out and see if it works for you. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to become a channel member. Let's go. We're right around the corner from the biggest summer movie month, and I think in my entire life. And to celebrate it, I'm running this epic summer giveaway. Scroll back through my recent videos, find this picture, watch that video to see the numerous prize packs you could win, multiple ways to enter. Be sure to watch, enter every way possible, and I'll see you guys the first Sunday in July to draw the winners during my Sunday night live stream at Week's End. All right, so let's get into it. This video is going to be a fun one. I've been thinking about it for a while and how this can be different for everybody. There's so many comic book resources out there, so many places to get comic books. And I was wondering where everyone else gets theirs, because I get mine from very specific places that over time I've come to really appreciate, really love, like the way they do business, like different things about them. So I want to go through and give you my top 5 places that are my favorite comic shops and where I actually get my books from. And we're starting with none other than ABX Comics and Games. So they are my local comic shop. They've been around since before I was born. I'm deeply tied to this comic book shop. So not only do I recommend ABX Comics and Games, I recommend you, the viewer, to check your local area, because the number one place that any and everybody should check for their comic books is their local comic shop. Brick and mortar stores have been around for a while, and there's not a lot of profit margin in these shops. It's purely a passion industry. So definitely check your area. And I'm going to tell you why ABX and the local comic shop that I have and the experience I have is always going to be number one on my list. And not only are you supporting your local community, it has that vibe, that feel that you want when you think of a comic book shop. The way it's been represented in some movies over time, it's got that sense of community. You can feel the passion in there. It's a great kind of a variety store. They do have the comics, but they also have the tabletop gaming and stuff like that. So you can go in there any time of day and see a large group of people sitting at tables, sharing in their passion, in their fandom, in their hobby. And that's how ABX Comics and Games is. You come in, you feel appreciated, you ask questions, they're excited to help you out. They can point you in the direction of like what you might be interested if you're new into the hobby. They've got a great selection of books across the wall, from recent issues to brand new weekly comic books to the little island of back issues, dollar bin sections. And with anything you're looking for, especially new stuff, they're able to special order for you if it's not sitting there already in the store. And if you're a comic book fan and you're afraid of missing out on stuff, you can set up a subscription box. You can go through the list of comics being published and check off the ones you're interested in, and they'll get you signed up for those books. So you can come in after they release. You don't have to worry about them selling out on the wall, and just have them in your box. Now, ABX is fantastic in this. If you're not even local to ABX Comics and Games, you can check out their link down below to their Facebook page. You can communicate with them. They can set you up with a long distance pool box. A lot of people here in this YouTube comic community even use ABX Comics and Games as their subscription store. Burke Family 54 Comics, The Adventurous One, Joseph Michaels, Collecting Durs, Brian LCS, Roscoe, like a bunch of people are taking advantage of their mail-in service, which they even do free shipping over orders of $100. But ultimately, ABX makes number one on the list because it has that traditional sense of community that you really look for in a comic book shop. Every week when I go, I sit down and hang out, and I'd have it no other way. When people walk in the door, it could be customers greeting them. Like, it's not necessarily going to be the people that work there. And that's that X factor that a lot of comic book shops might be missing. I've heard bad stories that people have and bad experiences they have, and it seems like it always comes down to that missing X factor. People have this mind's eye of what an LCS is supposed to feel like, and ABX Comics and Games is that standard incarnate. So number 2 on my list, this is also local, but another one I would really encourage people to look in their area for. This one is called Dead Media Collectibles. So this is kind of the polar opposite of ABX Comics and Games, where ABX deals with new merchandise and weekly product and stuff. Dead Media, as the name insinuates, only deals with old stuff. So 100% of the store All the inventory is built on what people bring inside to buy, sell, or trade. The shop is owned by the fantastic one and only Angel, and it has everything you can think of. As you can see behind him, he has a wall of key comic books. He also has tons of back issues in here. He also has a massive movie wall from VHS to DVDs to Blu-rays to even some 4K. The toy selection is insane, from loose figures, bagged and complete, incomplete, to a large amount of still mint and box figures. You have no idea what you'll run across every time you go in here. It's one of the most interesting and enjoyable stores I've ever been to in my life. And he runs sales constantly. So if you're in the Southeast, it's worth looking up this shop, making a day trip out of it, and hitting all the Augusta spots while you're here. But again, I really encourage people to get online, get on Google, kind of look around and check your area for places like this, where it's these second time around stores, because that's truly where like the gems are going to be hiding. The stuff you'd never expect to find, you'll see in person. It's like walking into eBay. If eBay was a physical place, the stuff you'd never think to see, you'll see in here. And on top of that, they do retro gaming as well. I'm a big N64 guy, and they got N64 stuff, NES stuff. Like, he covers all of it. And again, it's like a blast to the past with a dash of present in it. Highly recommend following him on the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, X, wherever you are. They have a presence there. Check out Dead Media Collectibles, follow them, and kind of get an idea of what he has going on. So to keep this list where it has some variety, we're going to switch over to my favorite online retailer. That's none other than Big Time Collectibles. Now, the difference in an online retailer and a brick and mortar store is all in the name. Big Time Collectibles is based out of Texas, and they only exist online. They don't have a store that you can walk into and shop off the racks. And a lot of online retailers sell comics, but none do it in the way that Big Time Collectibles do. You can check out their website, follow them on social media, but what they specialize in are exclusives. There's a whole lot of like subcategories in comics. If you're in the hobby for a while, if you're reading and everything, that's where your brick and mortar stores are really going to come in. That's where you're setting up your pull boxes are. But if you're getting more now into the collecting aspect of it, you're going to want to check out some of the online retailers to kind of chase down some of the hottest artists in the game doing cover works, some more of the exclusive comics with limited print runs. That's what Big Time Collectibles really specializes in, and in a way like nobody else. Like right now, if you check their website, you'll see where they just launched their Superman Unlimited #1 gold foil little team up with CGC Comics, where only 300 of these exist, and they're already graded, and they're sequential numbered, special packaging. So they make almost like a built-in collectible aspect to some of these books. They attend a lot of the biggest comic shows across America throughout the year, and they'll curate special books for those shows to create a chase aspect to it, an exclusivity aspect. And I appreciate that. I'm a toy collector. I like having toys that I have to work to chase down. It's fun to have them, but it's also fun when you're able to be one of the few that get them. So it's that aspect of the collecting hobby that might not be for everybody, but if you're somebody that enjoys those exclusive comics, chasing those cover artists and stuff, you're going to want to check out Big Time Collectibles. They are, in fact, without a doubt, the best to do it. And also they have the FOC ordering for final order cutoff. They also have the mystery boxes that they curate from time to time with a lot of their backstock, and they'll theme them after certain artists and stuff. And they do the monthly gold membership mystery box as well, where there'll be a featured cover in each box. It's limited to only 500, and a variety of retailer exclusives and back issues in there that are really fun. I unboxed a lot of those on my channel. I am a subscriber to this, and the value is always there. It might not be all the books that you want for your personal collection, but the value is always there, and it's something fun to just kind of turn around and use as giveaways or just do a quick sell to get your money back. So it's stuff that you might want to have some experience in the hobby and make an informed decision if that's something for you. But next up on my list, and this is a fun one. This is one that I absolutely love, this store. It's one of my favorite stores in the world to go into, and not just for me, but as a family, to take my kids, the wife. We can go in here and we can all walk out with all kinds of cool stuff. And they have a massive comic book section, and that's none other than Second and Charles. This is a sister company of Books A Million. As a matter of fact, my location is located in an old Books A Million building. They shut down Books A Million and turned it into a Second and Charles. So this is a second time around store, as well as having new merchandise. Massive bookstore, paperbacks, hardbacks, kids books, comic books, all kinds of stuff. But again, you can buy, sell, and trade here. Now, like with any of these stores, make sure to manage your expectations, because they don't give you a lot of money back for stuff. And it's one of those situations where you can earn more with store credit than you could with return in cash, but it's still a place where you can get rid of some of your old stuff if you don't sell online and turn it into something that you might want to bring back home with you. Like I said, they have everything: vinyl records, toys, mangas, comic books, huge trade paperback walls. They deal in new McFarlane figures and other stuff. I really enjoy the store because you can go in, just spend a lot of time in here, have fun. The kids love it. They got huge toy sections, at least in mine. There's like multiple, like for like the older kids to adults, and then for the middle-aged kids to younger kids. It's just truly a store you never know what you'll find because of that buyback feature. And you do have to be careful, though, because the way that they price stuff is their way of pricing stuff. It's the way that Second and Charles prices things. It's not like what we might, as collectors in the hobby, look at pricing things where you use certain price guides like Cover Price for Comics or Go Collect or eBay Last Sold. They have their own internal system that's based off the inventory of their company across all locations. So be careful when you're shopping for a kind of higher end collectibles. You might be overpaying, but you might also find the deal of a lifetime. It can go either way. Now, I think a comparable store to this in different parts of America is like, was it Half Price Books is the name of it? But it's definitely something. Check again, see if you have a Second and Charles in your location, and check it out. Again, Augusta is a great place to make a day trip out of collectibles or book hunting because we have ABX, we have Dead Media Collectibles, we have Second and Charles. All these things are right here. You can literally make a day out of it. And for number 5 on the list, the final one is probably the big dog that doesn't necessarily need too much mention, but I've got to anyways because I absolutely love them. That's none other than mycomicshop.com, literally the world's largest comic shop. This one is a mixture, I believe, of a brick and mortar store and an online footprint. So it's Lone Star Comics, located in Texas, I believe, but their online shop is called mycomicshop.com. It's quite literally the world's largest comic shop. Used to be mile high, now it's not. What's great about this is the variety, and because of the amount of inventory, is the pricing to match. They're pretty close. They do consignments, so if you're trying to get rid of stuff, it's a place you can reach out to and potentially sell your collection to an actual comic location where it could potentially make you more money. I'm not sure about all that. I haven't done it, but something to look into. Their website is fantastic. They cover it all. You get massive discounts for subscribing through them, again, because of their pure volume. But I would recommend always supporting local first. Same thing if you live near these people. They're your local shop. Be sure to support them. I also love the beyond the availability of items, the massive inventory. I love the layout of their website. It's so easy to go through, search what you're looking for, see the covers, the cover variants, see the credits on who wrote what, when, all this stuff. If they don't have it in stock, you can put it on a want list with one click of a button and get an email whenever it arrives. It's super simple. And even with this layout, with one click of a button, you can change this to just all covers. So you can see the cover gallery. It's a fantastic online shop that if you're looking for something, I recommend checking them always. Like if you find it somewhere else online, always go check them. Compare prices, do what makes the most sense for you. Shipping is a little bit high, in my opinion. There's no way they're not getting shipping rate discounts for the volume that they're doing. But so you kind of might want to pack an order accordingly so that you're really maximizing your shipping. But that's my top 5 places. That's going to be my list for today. ABX, Dead Media, Big Time Collectibles, Second and Charles, and mycomicshop.com are the 5 comic shops that I frequent the most. Leave me a comment down below. I'm super interested to know what your shops are. It doesn't have to be 5. It can be the one you shop at, the top few. I'm very interested to find some other resources and add them to my my list of places that I like to check. Thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it out with folks. Let's see what other people have to say. Hit that join button or the subscribe plus button and become a channel member and get some bonus perks for their participation in the channel. I thank everybody dearly, and until the next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.